Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a change of pace. I am going to be doing a video of my top 5 favorite locations in World of Warcraft. These are going to be anywhere really, any map. Uh, I might make a sequel to this. It might be either maybe the maps aren't accessible to players and maybe they are accessible to players. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to put my favorite locations in WoW, whether they are or not accessible in live. Then I'm going to have them here anyway, so uh, with no further ado, let's get to number 5. Number 5. So number 5 on my list is going to be the Cove of Nishal or the Maw of Nishal. Now, a reoccurring thing that you're going to see on this list is alpha areas or maps that were in their alpha version. Now, the reason why I love this map is because a large chunk of Alpha High Mountain is in this map. As you can just see here, uh, large expanses, and obviously you can just tell that this is an alpha area. Like, you can just look at the mountains and it's very obvious that this is alpha. You have the blue where that waterfall is supposed to be. You have kind of like the brush tool large areas that are marked off, and the darkened caves that aren't even open, and just like these kind of lines in the patterns, it's very obvious that this is an alpha zone. Now, coming on this part of the map, which is this is the edge, the western edge of the map, you can clearly tell that you have a strip of land right next to live High Mountain, where it's alpha, because you can tell by the roads. The roads are marked very jaggedly. You can see where the mountains were obviously, you can just tell that a piece of alpha High Mountain is to the left that was just barely cut out, and you have a live High Mountain on the right. And that little mixture, that combination, I think is very good, and that's just why I love this zone. And the final reason why I love this zone so much is how easy it is to get here. You can literally jump off the boat on the quest and you will land in the water safely without getting teleported back or anything weird happening. Why? I have no idea, but Blizzard just never implemented teleport back, making it really easy to escape. Now, this next map is actually a series of few maps, which is the Gorgrond, Talador, and I believe Shadowmoon Valley maps, which is a little piece of what uh, the garrisons were supposed to be in the other zones, such as Gorgrond and Talador. Now, this is rank 3. This is what the rank 3 garrison for the Alliance was supposed to look like. The Horde isn't there, but this is only for the Alliance. So you can just kind of see how different this was supposed to be. You can see where the buildings were supposed to be. Maybe that little dirt hole area was supposed to be maybe a fountain of some sorts. And probably my favorite spot in this whole map is this grid blue-like area where it seems like the devs had a grid and they just didn't completely erase it, so a little bit is left over. This kind of looks like maybe it was just a grid so that they know where to place the buildings and so they would have an idea on where exactly things are supposed to go. But this is always really interesting, and it's really cool to see that this was left behind, and it's just all around. It's a really cool area. So let's take a look at another one. Another one of these kinds of zones is a Talador. This is Talador Alliance Garrison level 0, which is probably how it looks before you actually build your garrison. Now, this is really neat. You kind of see a little pathway, some stairs, a little hut. There's really not a lot to see here, but just the fact that the concept is here and still in the game is really interesting. Let's go look at another one. Now, here's actually from the Alliance level 2 of the Gorgrond. You can see how the trees have this odd pattern around them, and how basically this whole area is a square cutout superimposed onto the Gorgon map. If you were to open up the map, it would say that you're actually on Draenor, or actually on Gorgon, even though you're obviously not. Now, if you were to get here on live servers, I don't know what you would see, but you would probably see the mobs around Gorgon if you were to enter into it, and then you would get a glitch where the chunks would unload, but I'll go on that to another day. But this is just interesting how you can see the trees and how Blizzard really constructs their maps like this. It's really interesting. You can see the cutouts, and I thought that this is just really cool, and probably one of my favorite little maps in the game that's not accessible through live. Well, I mean, at least I don't know how to access it through live, but yeah, this is a really cool area in the game. Let's get on to our next area. So for number 3, this map is based off, have you guessed it, a recreation of Alpha Gorgrond. This is probably there's a reason why it's number 3 is because this map is absolutely gorgeous. Not only that, but Alpha Gorgon is probably one of the greatest zones ever constructed, and probably would have been one of the coolest zones ever in the game. If you don't believe me, look up Alpha Gorgon pictures, Alpha Gorgon videos. It was absolutely gorgeous, and it was an absolutely amazing zone, and the fact that they redid it is sorely disappointing, and I wish that they would bring it back in more than just a little scenario like this. And while yes, seeing Alpha Gorgon is really cool and it's a really awesome zone, there's a lot more to see on this map than just this. Trust me, there's a lot more to see on this map. In fact, let's go right now to see what else we can find on this map that's cool. I don't even think I need to tell you why this is an absolutely gorgeous area. Just look at this. Look at this. Look at the construction. Look at the edges. Look at the textures. This is just absolutely amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous, this zone. It's a beautiful area. Look at this. And then you look at the ground and you see all this mumbo jumbo of mixed up and just completely contorted textures and mushrooms flipped on their side and the border of the water. This is just beautiful. This is an amazing area and I love this so much. And then literally not even 10 feet away you have this. And this isn't even the coolest part. If I were just to pan up my camera just a few more degrees, you would see something absolutely amazing. And you can probably tell, and you can probably guess. Have you guessed it? I'm sure you have already at this point. Yeah, I'm sure you guessed it correctly. It's Alpha Tanan Jungle. Of course, it's Alpha Tanan Jungle. What else is there not to love about Alpha? It's Alpha Tanan Jungle. What else is there not to be amazed by? That probably all the renditions of Tanan Jungle and its alpha and beta stages were gorgeous. I think the Chrono Spire would have been awesome, and the Chrono Spire looked amazing, and the builds after that looked amazing. The Fell Tanan Jungle really did a disservice to what it could have been and its potential and what it should have been. The whole Fell corruption, it should have been that we got the uncorrupted Tanan Jungle as you see on the top right. That should have been the Tanan Jungle of the first 2 patches. Then you get the corrupted Tanan Jungle, and you can also see off to the left. I'll show you that afterward. Then, in 6.2, you would have gotten the corrupted Tanan Jungle with the Fell, and then you could have spoken to one of the NPCs to show you back in time so you could see the glorious Tanan Jungle and all its glory and what it should have been. And once again, Alpha. You can see here, this is Throne of Kill Jaden, mix-up textures. You can tell it's Alpha because of the way the lines are, they're not polished. This just looks, it's so beautiful. This is actually like such a beautiful area. This is such a beautiful zone. This map, Gorgon Orcs, is such a beautiful, amazing map, and this is why I had to give it the spot. This is why this map is amazing. This is why I love this map, and this is exactly why I gave it this placing. Now, let's unfortunately go to another map, because this map's amazing, but unfortunately, we have to go on with the video. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually going to show you more Alpha. This is Alpha Farallon. This is everything Alpha in its glorious state. This is everything Alpha was meant to be. This is everything Alpha was supposed to be. Large, untextured terrain. Beautiful. It's just, what else can you say? This is an absolutely glorious area. This is the greatest map in the game. But how can it get any better than this? I'll show you how it can get better than this. If you thought it couldn't get any better than that, you are foolish, and this is why. Welcome to Alpha Suramar. This is in the Acquisition Havoc scenario for their artifact. This is an absolutely amazing map. This map is awesome. You can't come by this map without paying a little bit of tribute to the immense amount of delete me boxes. Now, you're gonna see more of these coming up in the next one, but these are probably one of the best things that comes with alpha, is delete me's and just what I'm about to show you. This is why alpha is alpha. You can probably see it coming around the corner, is how Blizzard gets where water is supposed to be and they just color it blue. But there's something beautiful about that. There's something beautiful about how they just color it blue instead of putting water. There's something amazing about that, and I don't know what it is, but there's something great about that. And then you can't go by without paying a little bit of homage to just large, untextured walls sticking out from the side of the world with a perfectly textured, fully completed object on it. Isn't that what this is all about? It's the very little things, just like little bumpy lands like you see here, little jagged edges that kind of make your screen bump up and down as you walk, that really makes this map how great it is. But there's something even greater about this map. There's something even higher and more amazing than everything you've just seen. And yep, I'm sure you guessed it, Alpha Suramar. Look at this. Just look at it. This is beautiful. This is amazing. Floating buildings. Where are they standing? What is going on? Why is this like this? It doesn't matter. The fact that it's there is awesome, and that's what we care about. And of course, you can't go by areas like this in the game without saying hi to Robert. You always have to say hi to Robert, shake his hand, take a picture with him, and then you can move on. There's just so much amazing going on in this map that I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to sit here and you're going to watch and you're just going to enjoy this piece right here. For number one, there was no choice. There was no contest. Number one is Legion Dungeon. This map was never released to players, although in the World Port incident, people were able to teleport here on PTR. It is in fact populated by mobs with not named mobs, general like Eridar boss, for example. On the PTR, it was spawned with mobs. Obviously, I can't show you any mobs here because I'm not there in the PTR. If I was there in the PTR, I would be getting a lot more messages. Okay, so it's obvious that Legion Dungeon is number one. Let's take a look, some more looks around the dungeon. It's obvious that there was no contest for the number one spot. Legion Dungeon is one of the most stunning maps ever made by Blizzard. Look at this. Look at this map. This map is beautiful, it's stunning, it's amazing, and I'm so sad that they were never able to use it. And it's almost like Blizzard put quite a large amount of work into it. Yes, they use a lot of Warlords of Draenor models and Legion models, but the terrain style, everything is unique and it looks great. And you could say that they were on their way to fully releasing this, but they scrapped it, and that's so unfortunate because this is a beautiful dungeon. the terrain and the landscape is just stunning. It's stunningly beautiful. In fact, I'm not even going to say anything more. I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to show you clips because I don't even need to talk over it because my voice just is almost ruins what you're watching. So, that's going to wrap up the video. Did you agree with the placings I made? Do you think that another map should have been another place? Or do you think that a map shouldn't have been on here? Well, let me know in the comments and let me know any other feedback you on this video. This was a little bit of a change of pace from the other kinds of videos I make, but I feel like there were some really good videos that really did deserve to be in the spotlight and some good maps that deserve to really stand out and really deserve some recognition for how great they are. So yeah, that's about it. My evolution of exploration, Wrath of Lich King. You should expect raids and arenas to come out within the next few weeks or so. I'm going to begin filming on it and working on the editing. I'm going to probably do a lot less text and kind of just more focus on what's going on screen instead of having to, I'm really just kind of, and I've realized I'm just kind of explaining what's on screen in those videos when really I should just let your eyes do the work. I don't really need to tell you what's going on screen. So yeah, and expect that in the next few weeks, and that's about it for channel news. Yeah, that's about it. Let me know what you think about this new kind of content. I'm probably not gonna do these very often. I'll just go back to my old style videos. Maybe come up with a few other ideas on videos, but for right now, that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.